A man with a dream with plans to make cream. A man with a dream.
Generational wealth, that's the key.
I'm headed to the bank right now.
Generational wealth, that's the key. That's the key. That's the key.
It's BYOB, the Generational Wealth Podcast.
You dig?
Get money.
And now your host, Donahue Baker.
Get the truth to the young youth.
What's going on, people? It's Donahue Baker back at you again. And in this video, I'm gonna answer the question that people ask me all the time. How do I get started in real estate development? You really wanna be a real estate developer? Well, this is what you have to do before you start on your journey. I'm gonna break it down in 5 simple points that everybody can digest, so let's jump right in. The first thing that you must do is start where you wanna end. You have to dream really, really big. Nothing is gonna hold you back besides yourself. Only you and your imagination is gonna inhibit what and how far you can go in this business. So number 2, it's using your background as an asset. Whatever your background, whether you've done construction, whether you're an attorney, whether you've done management work, whether you are a real estate agent, whatever your expertise is, hopefully you have years and years of experience. The key, the number one thing that real estate developers do is leverage that experience. Maybe you just have a lot of knowledge about a local market. Well, whatever it is, you have to take that one asset because there's so many different roads to get to the goal. You have to leverage the positive things that you have going for you. Most people underestimate their value. I want you to focus on what you do best. And then as we go on, we're gonna build a team around you to make you the best real estate developer in your town. Number 3, the thing that you need to realize is there's no courses on how to be a real estate developer. So what you have to do is find your own path. You have to have certain skill sets. You have to be able to understand how to make a business plan. You have to be able to make a pro forma. You have to be able to do a really good market analysis so you can get the vision out of your head and onto paper. This is a key step. All real estate developers have done it. This is where you can alter things. This is where you can assess the profitability of a particular project. Super important that you spend some time on this. And if you're weak in the numbers area, it's super important that you can get somebody on your team that can do proper analysis. It's very important. I don't stress it enough because at this stage, this is where many projects are either made or broken and left for dead. So, step number 3, definitely understand how to leverage the business tools, the business plans, the business analysis, super important. Step number 4, it's networking and building your team. This is a key step. So after you have your business plan prepared, you got your cost estimate, you look at the profitability of this project and say, yo, I'm gonna make so much money on this particular development. Now is the time where you really have to put the legwork in to make it happen. So at this point, I want you to line up an attorney. So very important that you get your contracts and you get an attorney that can execute and make sure that you have all your trades lined up. Very important that you have a project manager or somebody that can take the project from point A to point Z. Now this could be a process that may take a couple years. So it's really important that you have a good relationship, that you check references to see that they've done completed projects. Also, you want to have a good architect or engineer, somebody that also has a good background, maybe understand what goes on with the zoning in the particular municipality in which you're building. All of these are key people, key members of your team that you have to be able to put together. And last, and definitely by any means not the least, this is where you really have to have the solid relationships with the city government. It's really important that if you have to get anything voted on, any type of zoning, any kind of changes to the ordinance or the parking arrangements, it's really important that you have the relationships that you can go into your local city hall and be able to get the changes without holding or delaying the project. This is where all the years of reaching out to your council people, reaching out to your mayor that I've been stressing, this is the section that it really comes in. So all of these, let's go right on to number 5. And step number 5, the final step, is how do you get the money? How do you get the Benjamin? How do you get the bag to complete the project? Well, there's 3 ways you could do it. The first one is either going to a bank. and then you put in a certain percentage, the banks will finance the rest. That's the typical way, the standard way that most deals get done. However, some people raise the money, either through private equity or individual investors that they know. Perfectly legitimate way to do it, and if you can pull it off, it's really great, especially if you have a good relationship with investors and you're skilled at raising money. The third way, and if you're new and you're just starting out and you don't have a project under your belt, this is the way that I tell you you can partner with me. I'll fund your deals and you bring the vision, you bring the plan. So if you bring the plan, I'll bring the funds. All you have to do is complete the business plan, make sure you have your pro forma in place, and you bring the deal and retain ownership. I'll do 100% of the funding on your deal. We'll joint venture and you can learn from me step by step to eventually you'll be able to do your own deals totally on your own. That's the way to do it if you have no money with just a plan. So I'm gonna leave you on that note. Any comments, any questions, you know how to get at me, you know how to leave comments. I want you to subscribe to the YouTube channel. This is the first, maybe the first of 3 videos that I've done, but hopefully I've added some value. I told you how you get started in real estate. Ask me some more questions. I'm gonna shoot more videos just like this. Follow me on Instagram, follow me on Facebook. Also, you can join our Facebook group. It's called Generational Builders. In that group, you're gonna get intimate knowledge of how to do these deals. I have a pro forma showing to you. Also, it's a group where you can submit business ideas. You can submit proposals for me to invest in. You can also network with other people all over the country, either looking to invest in deals or looking to get money for deals. All right, so we're at one of our sites. Now, this particular project was an acquisition, 100-unit apartment complex that we did. What we're actually gonna do is put at least $2 to $3 million of renovation into this particular project. So what you're witnessing right now is we're basically making this totally handicap accessible to comply with the laws. A very expensive endeavor. We didn't have to do it, but we needed to do this just because the tenants, some of them are kind of elderly. We want to make sure that they can facilitate their travels throughout the whole apartment complex. So it's real key that we understand that when we come into a particular development, what we try to do is really uplift the standard of life. I take that very, very seriously. Everything we do is to make sure that the tenants can not only live in an enjoyable spot, because providing housing is key, but also we have to do it in such a way that it's profitable and we're able to continue to do it. So as long as we're able to make money, we're able to continue to do these great, great works. So we'll take a little tour, we'll take a little walk through, and we'll see what's going on in this particular project. We'll probably go into the leasing office and just to give you guys a layout, but they're doing a complete renovation, so it may get a little messy. Come along. In here, this is actually part of the community room leasing office. What we're gonna do is totally gut this out. Right now, it's being used as a kind of like a dumping ground, storage facility. But one of the great things when you have apartments, you actually have a leasing office. So in that leasing office, you're able, it's like buying a business in a box. So you're able to have like an electrician, a plumber, you have leasing office staff that can come in. So this basically is this facility right here. They're gonna be housed in here. So it's pretty decent sized space. I'll show you right now. We have like new appliances that are coming in, and it has a kitchen, which we're gonna gut out, totally redo. It'll be all modern, state-of-the-art equipment coming in, but this is typical. And then over here, you can see all of these appliances. Let's go over here. This is all new refrigerators, hundreds of them that we bought. Hundreds of refrigerators, so it's a lot of stuff. Let's go out here. Putting the handicap ramp in right here. This is what the ramp is gonna look like. So one of the things that we've seen is they're actually putting in a handicap accessible ramp. So as you can see, they had to like pull up a lot of stuff. Let's go around here and take a look at all the work that's going on. What's going on, bro? All right, God bless you too, man. Everything good? All right, all right. I see what's going on out here. We just walking through trying to document it at all. And right now, this is still the handicap accessible portion of where we are. But we're trying to get all of this stuff straight. A lot of people, when they start to think of apartment complexes or multifamily in general, they think it's glamorous. A lot of it is really not glamorous. It's really about having the teams, having structures, having people in place that can really do a lot of the heavy lifting. So as we take you on this journey, understand that my goal is to really give you a true and honest depiction of what it's like, not the glitz and glamour side of it, but the real day-to-day struggles, the real day-to-day issues that we deal with in ownership. I wanted to holler at you about is a couple tenants that got dogs. Are we doing anything about that?
Yes. Okay. But right now we can't.
Right.
We have a legal team. We have to send them letters to seize.
You know the apartments?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, the guys, when I did the inspections, when we first took over, I ran out of there because the door was like this big.
So one of the issues that we've been having is just that, which I don't know if you saw, which you caught that on camera, but a lot of tenants have dogs. Big issue, liability issue, insurance issue, and you don't know when the dog is gonna, or how the dog is trained, might run up on you and attack you. Next thing you're dealing with is a big lawsuit. So what we wanna do is make sure that you're covered. It's a risk, it's risk mitigation. That's what we do. So just wanted to just give you a depiction, honest depiction of where it is. Tell you a little narrative, a little story. We analyze hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of apartment complexes, literally every single month. That's what we do. We look at hundreds and hundreds of deals. Every now and then, there's usually one that kind of sticks out. There's usually that one value add opportunity that kind of sticks out and allows you to accumulate a significant amount of headroom and a significant amount of equity that you can come in and really do a really good value add job. And this particular project was one of them. So I'm really excited to get started on this journey. Definitely excited to show you guys the real of what's going on in real estate development and property management, because it's all intertwined, right? Real estate development, property management, multifamily ownership, it's what we do. What's going on, man?
Yeah, come in here.
Right in the middle of shooting something. Let's talk. What's up? There's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do right now. That's what I'm trying to say.
Wait a minute. You know what? When I was around the other apartment, right, you was the one that said, yo, you need to come back here because of the grant and stuff you had.
Because of the what?
The grant and stuff I had.
Come back here? No, I never told you to come back here.
You did. Well, I was in a 2-bedroom before.
I told you?
Yeah.
I didn't. We just took ownership.
Right.
So how could I tell you to?
You told me when I came back here, you know, y'all were in the process, you know, and I had to be back in this 1-bedroom apartment.
So I told you that you need to be in a 1-bedroom apartment?
You don't remember me and you conversating on the phone?
I remember talking to you, but understand this, we didn't own the place at that time. Right? But the only time we spoke was when I came in here and you showed me the smell.
Now, I'm back in this 1-bedroom, it smells in here.
You told me that.
Right, but I know you can smell it coming out the door.
I mean, look, I told you I smelled like bleach. You know what I'm saying?
But what do you smell now? It's like when the heat is on.
I don't smell it though, man. I don't smell. What do you smell? Maybe.
Listen, I just got cracked the window.
Right.
But it's like it's only on when the heat comes on.
Bro, I don't know what else to tell you. Is it?
Wait a minute. See, now this is now. I'm kind of pissed off now because you're saying this.
I don't know. I don't smell what you think I smell. So what?
But
how would you?
Let me ask you this: what do you smell?
I don't smell nothing.
Now, Josh, what do you smell? I mean, y'all say y'all don't smell it. Everybody comes here and smells it.
Bruh, I don't smell it.
Listen, okay, listen.
Like real talk. What do you want me to do? Because right now, like we came in, we did everything. I think they did replace something on here. We did everything.
They replaced
what
the
do you?
And they clean it. Man, listen. I go outside. I work in the church at nighttime. I go in the church and the smell is on me. People come in here. Everybody has came in here. Every person who worked the maintenance, even before you came in here. Ask me, why they move me out of here?
Bruh, do you want to be moved? Because right now, this is what I'm trying to. This is what I'm trying to tell you. The end of the day, I don't smell nothing. If you don't want to be here, let's work on you not being here, bruh. Like for real, let me explain to you what's happening. Right now, yes, I am an owner of this spot. They're the management.
Right.
I have to give them the power to manage. Right. I cannot be involved in tenant affairs, anything like that.
Right.
I don't have the time for it.
Right.
You stopped me, you asked me to come in here, speak to you about the situation. I would love to help. God honest truth, I would love to help. But I need to let them manage. And I need to focus on what I am as an owner.
I understand.
So I need you to understand that. Then on top of that, before I even took ownership, me and you talked, and you said there's a smell in here. At the day that I came in, it did smell like bleach. I did smell bleach. I didn't know whether you were just cleaning and it smelled like bleach. And I said, brother, I do smell the bleach and stuff in here. Let me come in here and see what they can do. They basically, I think they replaced the floors, right? So we had people come in here. What did they do?
They replaced the floors.
Replace the floors. If I'm not mistaken, also we also hired an environmental agency to also test. Right. That was Greenworks Agency. Also test. That bill alone was $4,000. You know what I'm saying? At some point in time, it becomes a diminishing return that it's like you can only do but so much. You know what I'm saying? So the point I'm trying to explain to you is the options. Like I want you to be happy. I want you to be a happy tenant. But if you can't and what we're doing is not sufficient, there's other remedies, you know what I'm saying? And I want you to be aware of that, you know what I'm saying? With all due respect, you know what I'm saying? So that's basically where I'm at with it, you know what I'm saying? I need to let them do their job, and then I'm, you know, making you happy. The options is you can move and find somewhere else. Nobody is saying you have to do anything, you know what I'm saying? But at the same token, it's only but so much we could do. You know, the COVID situation has definitely affected every aspect of life, every aspect of the business, really. And in particular, what I've noticed is that, you know, looking at real estate as a whole, there's a couple different sectors that are really affected by it. So you have your upper class sector, the very wealthy. Obviously, they're not really affected as much. And then you have your lower class, which is really, believe it or not that much affected because a lot of the subsidies are government subsidies. And as long as we have a government, the government is going to continue to pay their subsidy. So it's really the middle class that's getting stung. Those are the people that are really losing their jobs. Those are the people that are really struggling through this COVID situation. It's going to be affected. So from a landlording perspective or ownership perspective, you know, we've been getting a lot of, at least on most of the projects, because I do have a specialty in affordable housing, we've been continuing to get paid. However, on our market rate rentals, we are seeing some impact from the COVID. People are losing their jobs. So that's something to definitely be aware of, cognizant of, you know, as we continue on. And we don't know how long this is going to last. So I know we're all anxious to get back to our regular lives. Something that's very, very serious, you know, and get back, well, everybody getting back to their lives, getting back to what they do best. That's really the key. But my major goal is, there's a lot of people that reach out to me and say, well, I'm interested in real estate development. I just want to give them a clear picture on what it takes to really understand that it's not all glitz and glamour. You kind of have to jump in and do work, you know? Yeah, so this is a little bit of a labor of love project. What we're doing right here is we're building the very first passive house in central New Jersey. Definitely this been a trying project. So they basically, right now, this is the framing stage. They just really, literally, we had to reconstruct some of the plans. So this stairs actually, they just put in these stairs, trying to test these stairs out and show you guys what's gonna be coming down the pike. It's like it's an interesting project because everything that we're putting together is really from ground up, you know, and it's kind of significant because the whole coronavirus situation has really slowed down some of the work, mainly because a lot of the materials are coming from overseas. So when we're building a passive house, the thing that makes it difficult is that a lot of the materials like the windows and everything like that have to be shipped from overseas. The wait can be like 8 weeks. So we're sitting around waiting on material, and then we have to put the material in, and then we have to get it inspected. And there's nobody in City Hall. So that's part of the pain point of what I'm going down with right now, going down to the inspectors and trying to get them to come out and inspect so we can get the necessary clearances that we need to complete the next phase of the project. So we'll probably go down to City Hall and see who's down there. Hopefully we can find an inspector and get him out here to inspect the project, all right? Yeah, this is it. So it's interesting that we up here because this is gonna be, this balcony, hopefully once we get this moving, it's gonna be real dope because, you know, you got some really, as we basically fill this out, like I'm gonna keep y'all abreast of this project, but the views over here is gonna be crazy. You see, so it's one of the things I like about this project. The views. The views are everything. So, but yeah, we gotta really put some effort into it. Like I definitely, you know, I want everybody out there to be safe, but coronavirus is gonna affect a lot of the projects going forward. A lot of the, you know, you're gonna see some delays. Things may be a little bit slow in terms of so many different levels, you know, not like I said, we're just having issues right now, just getting the town to come out and inspect so we can continue on with the project. It's like nobody there. But this is gonna be, definitely it's a pet project that I got, so I'm looking forward to completing that. And another thing that the coronavirus is impacting is the ability to get a haircut. As you can see, my joint is a little chopped right now, so it's just all of these adjustments that we have to make, but we keep going, we keep grinding, because that's what we do. So what I want you to do right now is if you get an opportunity, I got the ebook, it's called Creating Generational Wealth. I want you to download the book. If you can, go to my website, adonahuebaker.com, and you can find the ebook, or you can join the Facebook group, Generational Wealth Builders, and give you a free copy of the ebook if you also are subscribed to the YouTube channel. But we're gonna put this together. Keep rocking with me.
A man with a dream with plans to make free. A man with a dream.
Generational wealth, that's the key.
I'm headed to the bank right now.
Generational wealth, that's the key. That's the key. That's the key.
It's BYOB, the Generational Wealth Podcast.
You dig?
Get money. And now your host, Donahue Baker. It's BYOB, the Generational Wealth Podcast.
You dig?
Get money. And now your host, Donahue Baker. It's BYOB, the Generational Wealth Podcast.
You dig?
Get money. And now your host, Donahue Baker.
Get the truth to the young youth.